Hey guys, so it's me, I'm Jeremy. I'm gonna be taking you through how to defeat King Vendrick in Dark Souls 2. The zombies everywhere, so I gotta be careful of that one. Took care of him pretty easy. I'm pretty high level right now, so this should be a cakewalk. As you can see, I actually got the armor from Game of Thrones as my character. As he appears, you see him there. Zombies can barely even do damage to me at this point, so I'm not very concerned. So this is the undead creep, and there's interesting lore here. I don't know if most players are interested in the lore of Dark Souls 2, but this is the giant undead creep, and there's warriors everywhere here. You want to be careful, because there's a guy down here that will ring the gong, but you don't want to accidentally hit it, so you shoot him. And there. That's not the king character, though. We gotta find him first to defeat him. So, king and giants in this game have a lot of history. The only way to defeat the king easily is to have the giant souls. And the reason is because the king, actually, you may have heard the fable of Jack and the Beanstalk. The king's name is actually Jack, if you read up in the lore. And so he actually planted a beanstalk, and the giants went all the way to the top of it, and then Jack went up there, and he tried to take all their treasure and their golden goose. So the giants really don't like the king in this game. That's the reason why you have to have the souls, because the giants, the beanstalk made them weaker. But in this game, the beanstalk is gone because it's set in the future. So you can see these knights here. They're pretty easy, not much to worry about. It's easier if you fight them one at a time, but again, because I'm such high level, it doesn't really even matter. Just gotta get behind them and just do that a few times. Obviously, you want to watch out for lightning because, as you know, if you farm the covenant with Zeus in this game, all of your weapons will do lightning damage. Like I have done that. My sword does extra lightning damage for every third attack. See, these knights, they're so stupid. You can see that they have the sun on their shields, which means that they belong to the army of the king who we're about to destroy. Get a little dangerous, a little dicey here. I'm gonna have to back off and heal from my Assus flask. Alright. So here we go. Okay. There's a close one there. I guess maybe I'm getting a little carried away. This is the first tutorial video I've ever done. So normally when I'm playing Demon Souls 3, Dark Souls 2, whatever you want to call it, obviously we all know what it really is. Usually I'm totally focused, so this is a bit of a departure for me. So I might make a couple mistakes here and there, but obviously this fight is going to be a cakewalk. So because of he's the Sun King of the Beanstalk Kingdom, it means that he's actually, his history is relating back to Hyrule, if you know about the Demon Souls lore. And so he's actually the first king of Hyrule before any of... Well, you're distracting me. I'm trying to do this. Go, I'm busy. I'm trying to help people on... My mom distracted me, so we're gonna have to start over. This will give me time to talk more about the lore. Obviously, I got one-shotted because sometimes this game isn't very fair. Anyway, so King of Hyrule, and if you play through the Zelda franchise, which a lot of people don't know, the whole Nintendo multiverse, it's actually linked to this game. You might think these are like redeads from Ocarina of Time, but actually they're not. However, if you've played Dark Souls 1, you'd know that there's a part where you get to go to the Mushroom Kingdom. It's in a hidden forest. It's an optional area, you don't even have to go there. And you can actually fight Toad from Super Mario Bros. 2. Again, so you always make sure you take him out first, otherwise he'll ring this bell, You don't want to ring this bell. This will summon the spirits of the Lost Lords of Hyrule. You don't want that to happen. So, I'm gonna have to fight these knights again. I know it's a little bit redundant, but it'll give me a chance to go more into the story. So, the king now of this area, obviously he's like a shadow of his former self. Like a shade of his former self. And, so basically you're putting him out of his misery. Not because the queen told you to do it, because she's stupid. And speaking of which, if you've played Dark Souls 1, you'd know that the king's daughter, Gwendolyn, you can actually form a covenant with her. I feel like this game is lacking something. That's why I give it a lower score in a review. Because Gwendolyn, I think her personality offered a lot to be desired. Which this game doesn't really offer you that same, I guess, artistic value that she brought to the game. For those of you who haven't played Dark Souls 1, then obviously you're just new to the series, so you probably shouldn't be watching this video anyway, because you'll never make it this far. I do find that these knights can get easier if you use this move on them. See, look at that. Took him out in one hit. Wasn't actually aiming at that one. But, you know, whatever. Sometimes that's the way magic can be in real life if you ever tried it. Be very dangerous and unpredictable. My build for this character is obviously a tank sorcerer. A lot of people don't do that build because it's kind of dangerous, kind of hard to manage with equipment and stats and everything else. You can see my stats right here if I go to them quickly. No, it's right there. So, obviously you could, I don't want to like show all my stats because I want people to rip off my character and try and like PvP me in the game. So, see, sometimes backstab doesn't even work because the game's hitbox is very poor sometimes. You may notice this especially when fighting giants. So, here, we're getting back to the king now. Obviously, not going to get one-shotted again. Just so you know, I do have 4 giant souls. So that will weaken King Vergen by about 32 times his defensive values, I believe. I might need clarification on that. If you want to write in the comments what the actual defense variables are. For other people, obviously I don't need to know because I've already completed, or will in this video, complete. See, look, all you gotta do is dodge. That easy. Then you just swip. You gotta attack. You gotta get in there quick. Gotta get in there quick. It's a big swing. Okay. Not so tough now, are you, King? Cool. Okay. We know from last time, just one of those swipes. Take me right out. Okay. Alright, okay. Not this time. Oh, man. He's playing fastball with me tonight. And here we go. My pyromancy will work to destroy him. So 518 damage is pretty good. So you can see, nothing to worry about here. I'm obviously going to... Well, my controller obviously my controller died. So now I've got to do this... Oh my gosh. My controller, has low battery. I knew that before I started this. I'm just gonna have to switch controllers really quick. Luckily, I always have 2 controllers, so one is fully charged. You might think that this fight will be harder without humanity. Just to prove to you that it's actually not harder, I will use 1 humanity. Make myself more human. I've actually completed this game 3 times now. I don't do New Game Plus because I don't think it's fair. I think it lowers the challenge. So we're going to go this way, straight back to the King Vrong, and we're going to take him down. This time with the humanity in stock, you'll actually see the fight is different. Because the king is obviously, he's hollowed, which means that if you are in your human form, you do 3 times damage. Gotta always make sure you do that first, or this hallway will take an extra 2 hours to complete. If there were summon signs along the ground, I would highly recommend using them, so other people can be killed instead of you. Because obviously the one-shotting can become very annoying when fighting King Vergen. So just something to keep in mind for anyone who's aspiring, using this as a guide. to complete it. There are 5 giant souls that you can use to actually weaken the king. I only have 4 because the final one is actually it's the Elder Dragon. It's a drop that you get for defeating the Elder Dragon. So I haven't fought him yet, mostly because when I originally got to him, I was very low on healing items. So I didn't want to take any chances. He looked very menacing. Now that I've basically mastered the game, maybe I'll do a separate video on how to defeat the Elder Dragon. And so you can do that. It would probably be smarter to defeat the Elder Dragon before you do this fight, since it actually lowers his defense even more. Of course, the Elder Dragon, like many bosses in this game, is completely optional. I've heard rumors that there is an optional boss where you actually get to fight yourself from the first game if your save data is on here. Unfortunately, I played the first Dark Souls on the Xbox 360, and thus I was unable to transfer my save data to this iteration of the game. Alright, so we're going to take out the king. Again, this should be pretty easy here. Not expecting a lot of competition here. Fortunately, no more summon signs. That does make this fight a lot easier, as I've said. What? Wait. Okay, so you have to do this fight by yourself, apparently. I was not aware of that when I started this. Anyway, always make sure that you let King Vargan come to you first. Never attempt to attack him otherwise, because he will do massive damages to you. As you can see, sorry excuse for man, already got him down to 3/4 health. Oh my gosh, did you see how close that one was? Almost lost my potatoes in that one, as my mom would say. So, again, you're going to want to make sure that you focus on the legs, primarily. Whoa! Whoa! Oh man, okay. Alright, so we're still going here. Pretty much a cakewalk at this point. Oh no. Oh my. Alright, I wasn't ready for that one. I meant to equip my shield, which can deflect almost all attacks. Alright. This is going to be my last attempt here. Maybe I should cut this down to just the final. When I put this through my editor, I'll just make sure. Randy, can you make sure that you just cut to this? So I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to pretend this is my first one. Go from here. Hey guys, so this is a tutorial on how to beat King Vargan. This is Dark Souls 2 Jeremy. I'm Jeremy, this is Jeremy Plays. So Dark Souls 2, this is how we defeat the king. There's a lot of lore in this build. Oh, always make sure that you go back here and you kill this guy. You gotta kill him, because otherwise he'll ring the bell and he's going to summon 2 versions of the king. You have to fight 2 bosses at the same time. Makes this fight way harder. So if you make your way through these knights, these are the Sun Knights. They're the royal guard of the king and queen of Escoban. And if you've been following the story through most of Dark Souls 1 and 2, a lot of people think that they're not connected to each other, but there's actually a lot of references. If you fight the old Dragon Slayer, you'll see that he's actually modeled after the first boss of Demon Souls 1, the giant demon that's in the prison. They're actually modeled the same way, so people suspect that there's some sort of a crossover that's going on there. You're going to want to try to limit your healing before this fight, because I've been told from friends of mine that you can actually get one-shotted in this fight. Obviously, it's not going to happen here, but please just be wary of that. Even if you have very high defense, it's very possible that you could get destroyed in just, I know it's crazy, just one hit, even with really high defenses. So you really have to work on your dodging. If you're a ranged fighter, I can't offer you any advice, because range fighters are idiots. If you play this game as a mage or a range fighter, I'm sorry to say, I hope you don't unsubscribe, but you are an idiot. This is the only way to play this game is melee, because it's personal, and people need to know when you're fighting them who the real boss of the world is. It's me, Vergen the Beast. That my character's name is Vergen. You can't actually add any sort of like monikers to it or like specialty names like the Beast or like the Green Beast or like the anything like that. But that's okay, because basically people who know me, people who have played me like PvP in this game, they know to call me Vergen the Beast. Because they know that I fight like a wild animal. You can even look at my helmet. Even looks like a wild boar, like a boar of war. Which, don't steal that name, because I might name a different character the boar of war. I like the way that one sounds. So this is the king. This is the final boss of the game, and you can get one-shotted pretty easy. You see, he did a lot of damage there. You just gotta be careful with healing.